Hi everyone, this is BritSimon. I just wanted to give a very quick update here with regard to the cases for DV 2020 that are not yet scheduled. I posted a video about this the other day and suggested people contact KCC and ask exactly where whether they were satisfied with the documents already given or not. Now, since then, a number of people have reported that they phoned KCC, and KCC have given them the answer that they can't see the information about the documents until the case number is current. Um, that's a difficulty. I know that didn't used to be the case up until, let's say, around about December. So anyway, I resolved to contact KCC and I spoke directly to the staff. And discussed with them the problems that are going on at the moment and how best to handle that. And I've updated this article on my website with my latest information. But essentially, the KCC rep did confirm to me that there's been some sort of change since the last couple of months, where they are no longer able to see the case in terms of where the documents are. So essentially, at KCC, there are two distinct departments that, for whatever reason, they've set it up so that they're not able to communicate with each other. I don't know why. Perhaps they'll change that in the future, but that's the case at the moment. So when you contact KCC, the regular staff, they don't know anything about the documents being processed. The documents are being processed in a different department, and the two departments are not communicating with each other. They're not able to communicate with each other. There may be some security issues that they're trying to enforce. There's probably some sort of sensible thought process to that, but I don't know what that is. So, the KCC staff that you can contact, because you can't contact the other team that are doing the processing, the KCC staff will only tell you that they can't see the document status until the case is current. That's a problem, of course, because it means that if you had sent your documents way back in September or October and you thought you're all good, but in fact your documents didn't make it or weren't complete or you'd made some sort of mistake, you won't know about that until your case is current, and that is going to inevitably introduce some delay and risk for some cases. So I said, look, I said to the rep, okay, what's the best way to handle this? And the suggestion that was made by KCC was the best idea is to send the document package again to the KCC team, the regular team, not the documents team, at KCCDV at state.gov. That's their email address, right? Now, by doing that, if KCC know that your case documents have completed, they will know that. They'll know that your processing is complete and that you're either being scheduled for interview or that you can be interviewed when your number is current. And so they'll give you that reply. Okay, and if that isn't the case, if the documents are still being processed, or perhaps the documents were never being processed because you didn't send them properly in the first place, then they will forward those documents over to the other team, and the other team at least will have those documents, right? So there is no harm in sending the documents again. You have to send the whole package. It can't be a partial package. They will not process a partial package. You can't send just some of the documents and not all of the documents that you're supposed to send. You have to send all of the documents that are relevant to your case that have been listed in the email, right? And I have a link in this article where it discusses in detail how you have to name the documents and which documents are required and so on and so forth. There's a lot of information in that other article, right? So you can get to that article from this article, and both articles will be linked in the description below. So, so make sure when you send the documents through for this second time or third time or whatever it is, make sure the case number is in the subject line. And in the body of the email, make sure to include your full name and your birth date in the email body, as I mentioned. if you're attaching the documents, make sure you attach the whole set of documents as I just mentioned. And if you're not sure what to send, have a look at that other article and it will give you details. And so then KCC will do the best thing that they know how, at that point, depending on whether they know you're already completed through document processing or not. Okay, so this might prompt a couple of different replies. One of the replies says you're current for scheduling. That means quite literally you're going to get the 2NL email in the next few days. Another thing they might come back and say is that your documents have completed processing and you'll be scheduled as soon as you're current. Again, that's a good positive sign. And then the third option is you'll still be processing, you're in the middle of processing, but they'll send the documents across to the other team anyway, just to make sure that you're going to be processed as soon as possible. So by doing this, you might save a little bit of time later on. You might save yourself from being completely back to square one when you get current later. Okay, so that's the best we can do at the moment. I hope that's clear. Come into this article and read it through. Make sure you understand, and then read the other article as well so you understand exactly what documents you're supposed to send. And please pay attention to this. If you get this wrong, if you don't send over your documents, you're risking your case. There's no other polite way of putting that. You are putting your case at risk for the sake of not reading the instructions. So, this is on you to do this properly. If you do it wrong, it could cost you your green card, and there's nothing you can do about that if you do it wrong. So, take all the precautions you can about this. Okay, so that's the extent of what I wanted to discuss this evening. I hope that's helpful to someone, and let me know let me know in the comments below, or better yet, put a question if you have any questions. Put a question over at my blog. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a good night. Bye bye.